Radio star.
We might as well take a
Kill
short
the
break.
radio star.
Yeah.
RG.
We're on air.
Yep.
Say sorry to nobody.
Oh, take 5. We'll
Okay.
be back in a few minutes. Should be
All right,
coming
I think we're on
in.
already.
Yay!
Okay.
Hey,
All right,
we have
sorry for the
a-
disruption, guys.
Rick,
Hey,
Rick,
guys.
you want to finish
Something
the
happened with my internet.
behalf of Unify.
Thank you for staying in
I'm just
staying
saying.
tuned with
Finish
us.
our alcohol break.
So yeah, sorry, it's not the commercial. We are actually just had a teeny
Hiccup, like electrical
technical
hiccup.
yeah
Yep.
hiccup.
But let's
So-
face it, we were just like drinking a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
also
man.
sh-
Vodka, man.
This is all
Strong
thanks
stuff.
to our telco. Yeah, I don't want to mention names.
Oh,
Oh, no,
you're
guys.
the telco now.
Yeah.
Dang, there goes one potential sponsor.
It's actually the electricity in my house, so give me on
Oh,
that part.
yeah, that's
Tanaka Burhat, am I
the
right?
government as well. Yeah,
Power grid. Oh, jeez.
the sub government. Sorry.
Oh.
All right. Actually, KKMon was saying about the budget. How much?
Yeah, I mean, like,
Will you be spending?
Okay, because you were saying like people will go out and buy like just because they want to stream. In my case, it wasn't because I want to stream, so I'm gonna go out and buy certain equipment just because I want to stream. It was for me, streaming was like a second thought. I didn't really I didn't get a laptop just because I wanted to stream. So I kind of like made my setup work for me, and that's how I did it. I mean, that's just my experience at least.
Mhm.
I do
Yeah.
agree. I mean,
Okay.
like, ultimately, it really comes down to your intention as to
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
That's
like,
right.
like, are you doing this for like specific reasons? Like, it would make a lot more sense if you're like perhaps doing this full time and it turns out to be an actual
That's true.
career, and then therefore you need to get like
High quality stuff. Yeah.
precisely in order to make this stream or even video content, post editing and all that stuff as professional as possible. And that also explains why that more popular YouTube channels out there have a pretty high production value, simply
Yeah, that's
because
true.
it is a actual job, it is an actual business. But for our case, at the very least, it is something that we do out of passion, out of hobby, and we want to share our love of gaming and streaming, as well as many others, with the internet. So I do agree. There's a lot of things that I just make use of whatever materials I have just to make it work. So I do agree with Kikimon.
I think a lot of that's true, and the good thing is anyone can start with whatever they've got and build from that. That's the great thing about it. You don't have to get all of the bits and pieces, start streaming, and then go, oh my god, I don't like it. You can get your stuff. You can just go, let's give streaming a go. Turn it on, just use a mic or use a basic camera. Go, I don't really think this is for me, and you've wasted absolutely nothing because you had all the stuff before.
Yeah, and you upgrade from there. You kind of just like put together your setup. Slowly upgrade your stuff. That way you don't like waste all that money on like high grade equipment, and you find out you don't really need such high grade ones.
Correct. And also, which is why this podcast is so important to all of us.
Yes.
just to promote a bit. We have talked a lot about getting stuff for our stream, improving our viewerships, adding the gaming gears and all those fancy stuff to our stream. The next one would be, where do you usually shop for them? How do you do it? I mean, do you go through a survey, or you ask people around, or you watch podcasts like this,
Yeah.
or you go to the pros? How do you do it? Or you wait for a sales to come, or discount, or collect vouchers? Share with us your tricks.
Steal it.
Some people steal it from siblings, So yeah, share with us what's the trick, so that our gamers out there would know, where to go.
First up, let me just put this out there. Steam sales is not the best thing out there.
Yeah.
Okay, Steam sales. here's a word. Here's a pinch of wisdom to you internet people out there. Okay, Steam is not the ultimate place to get your gaming, your game needs itself.
That's true.
Use the internet. There are a lot of other more affordable ways to actually getting the games that you want.
Things like G2A and Humble Bundle as well. I think G2A
Humble
is
Bundle
pretty
is a great place. G2A not so much. Again,
Really? Alright.
it's true. I can find even cheaper deals than G2A itself. But again, that sometimes they do give better deals.
Yeah.
How do I know? I would spend hours just to find about the best possible
Browsing,
prices
yeah,
I can
true.
just
Yeah,
for a
yeah.
single game. So, as the saying goes, Google is your friend. Google it.
Also,
think-
enemy.
Did-
That applies for
did you-
everything.
Did you get your Switch at a, I mean, cheaper price or?
Craigslist. He got it off Craigslist.
Oh, you know me so well. Yes. Okay. So just to give you guys a reference, right? I only bought the Switch after a week of research. A week.
Only a
Okay,
week.
I've been pondering, looking for the sales at different places and all that stuff, trying to maximize every single dollar that I have. And that's why I managed to get it together with screen protector casing and 2 games and all that whatnot. No, it's not hashtag Switch advertising. Go away.
Tell us how.
Nintendo
tell us-
agent.
Tell us how do you come up with the survey and what taught you that? Who taught you, to do all this?
Oh, who taught me? Wow.
And
My
why
mother.
you doing this?
No one actually specifically taught me how to do it. It's more like when it all started with just buying games. I thought that Steam probably had the best deals out there whenever they're going to do a sale. But then when I realized, one time when a friend says, no, you can get it better at this particular page, that particular page, this particular site. And then I realized that the internet is a huge place. There were more stuff out there. So ever since then, I realized that if there's something that I really want, I would actually, just take my time and actually go and find information about it. So I won't necessarily get it on the spot, like on a single day. But at the same time, I will also take a step back and ask myself this very important question: do I need it? Because think about it. Steam, let's say Steam for instance. Steam has a lot of games. That's true. You can buy a lot of stuff, but they also have a lot of free-to-play games as well.
Oh my
The
god.
notion
free-to-play.
of free
best kind
games
of
to
game.
play, mind-blowing, right? So that's something that a lot of people that have encountered were kind of surprised. They're like, Morris, why are you playing this free-to-play game? It's like, why not? It's free.
Yeah.
Why? I mean, it's like if you're playing a shooter game, like you're playing Overwatch, that's great. I'm playing Paladins.
Free. Oh my
So,
god.
like for Lizara and also Kekemon, who is university students, they have a limited budget. Where else do you go for your gaming gears? Like, for example, if you want to upgrade your CPU or your screen monitor or what else, like your bigger items, where do you go to? Other than your parents.
I was
I
just gonna say,
feel it.
That's a catch behind it.
Yeah, man. But yeah, I mean, for games, I usually just wait for a Steam summer sale because everything goes on like 90% discount, and like you can get things for like $3-4. So that's how I get my games. As for like equipment, I think like my headset, like my Razer Kraken here, this was like a I think it was an SPM. Oh no, it's like one of those like birthday presents. I can't remember, but this was like a birthday present. I mean, that's just how I got it. I haven't like gotten a new one ever since.
Did you
And-
like put it on your wish list, like in the public?
Oh,
Like,
okay,
say, I
no.
wanna.
my mom at the time, she knew that I was like doing like YouTube and all that. And at one point, this Logitech headset, I accidentally like the wire kind of snapped because it's kind of old. And for like a short, like I think a month or so, I was saying I need a new headset. So one time I came home from somewhere, can't remember where it was, but when I came home, there was this box. It's like neon green box sitting in like the TV room. And I was like, what's this? And I was like, hey, go see lah, go see. Now I grabbed it and it's like, oh, happy birthday. I was like, wow.
Oh, so
She
sweet.
knew I had my eye on this. She knew I had my eye on this specific.
Mommy.
Mothers know best. Am I right?
Yeah.
I know.
Not,
but yeah,
not for me.
How about you, Lizara? Where do you usually do your shopping for your gears?
Okay, there's a few places. My biggest investments would have to be the microphone and the camera. I would definitely do a lot of research before I actually decide that I want to buy it. So I usually check on YouTube, like what are all the gamers and YouTubers using, and like compare the different microphones.
You mean you watch the reviews?
Yeah, like reviews and like learn about the features and see, and then I will like check the item specifically on its website just to read up all of the specs, see if it fits my needs. So I'm very careful before I purchase, and basically just save my money for months until I can afford it. But for like,
do you purchase them online or
oh yeah, I actually buy
online
it
store?
online, because I find that online you can find things cheaper than if you go to the retail.
that's actually
Retail,
very true.
okay.
That's actually very true because the import taxes and all that, it makes it much more
Okay.
expensive, really.
Okay.
Yeah, so buying it online is like really awesome. Like, I think outside the stuff would be like 600 or 700, but online it'll be like 500. And like for accessories, small stuff, I would always go to Plaza Laoyat at Bukit
Ah, nice.
because like it has everything you need, and like some stuff, like some shops sell it cheaper than other shops. So you gotta really do a lot of hunting, walking around. Yeah, I like doing that. Shopping for me is like, I don't go for clothes and accessories. I go for all these digital stuff.
That's a classy lady right there. It's a classy
It is a
lady right
sin.
there.
It is a sin that you enjoy.
Steam summer sale.
I'm curious to hear from Han though, because he does this for a living. How
Not
do
the
you
stock
shop?
right there?
Do you? Yeah, I mean you have stocks in the shop, but do you do your own shopping or how?
Okay. Okay, that's a bit complicated. Well, I used to, as you know, work with Lucro PC, but now I am more of an affiliate, and I don't do. I used to do the sales for Lucro PC, but then now I do marketing and stuff and whatnot just for that. Yeah, Lucro PC has stocks, and also you can order stuff. But for me specifically, because I do reviews on the hardware, right? So most of the stuff I don't buy.
Most of them are given to you free. Yeah,
Well,
but you have to
free
do some.
isn't
Yeah.
exactly, yeah. It's not exactly free.
But yeah,
I have to
in terms-
I have to give something back in return, and of course reviews and whatnot and everything. So
That's really a good tip for streamers out there, because if they want to get free stuff, they could work harder and then
yeah,
become use the talent to help companies to promote the products.
Yeah,
Then they'll
yeah,
get
exactly.
items free. Yeah.
yeah. It's like nowadays when a brand wants to give you stuff, they kind of don't just want you to for example, like Warlord, they asked me to do like a assembly thing before I start using it. So that's what I do. I still have yet to do a review on it. It's so delayed. So
It's
delayed.
so good. Oh
It's
my
so
god.
delayed.
It's so good.
Oh,
yeah,
so
yeah,
sorry
it's
to
alright,
remind.
Oh, man.
To remind. It's like reminding you to do your homework.
Can I
So,
also add up a
um,
little on this topic? Because just like Morris, right? So before I purchase anything, I will always look for like few different sources to find out the actual price, the standard retail price, as well as the where you can get cheaper, right? But
Yeah.
one of the place where I really like this is in terms of hardware is if you guys heard of PC Part Picker. So
Mhm.
Is it what?
PC Part
Yeah.
Picker. We don't have it
Yeah,
here in
okay.
Southeast Asia, but we do. They are in Singapore. Sorry, England, Europe,
It's
and
my city.
America.
Yeah,
so what
we have
they
it
do
here, yeah.
basically, right, is a page where you can like click and choose what the hardware that you desire, right? And then the next hardware will, like, when you click on it, it will only show you the parts that are compatible, as well as the price and all the related informations. And I think I actually tried to kind of like emulate this thing here in Malaysia, Southeast Asia, because I think that is a very good way of compiling all the informations in one page and then put it in terms of not just the price and where to get, it's also like whether or not when you purchase this item, will it be compatible with the one that you are trying to get. And this is kind of the knowledge that I think a lot of people, especially when I started, right, I look around to figure out will this work together, will this not work together, right? So I think
Alright.
that is one of the other way if you want to check out how to purchase. Yeah.
That's really helpful. I find it because if they create this page in this way, it will help us not only to save but let us know what we are buying, spending our money on. Not just like you have to look for yourself for another part, but you do not know where to go, So moving on, Sharky
Can I-
has
Just before we move on from that, there's one thing with the PlayStation. Just touching on games before I say something about hardware. England do not have very good sales. We get 10% off a game. That's not a lot. If you go and get a CD key for the game, it's already 10% cheaper anyway. But a little trick that I found is if you Canada have got some very good flash sales, and there's a little trick whereby you can have 2 profiles as you're registered to one PlayStation as a main PlayStation, and they can share games. So I won't necessarily say too much about that, but if you have a Canadian profile and whatever other profile you are, you can sort of
I did
pick up the
this
games.
before, where if I had an Asian PSN, right, PlayStation Network,
Yes.
PS Plus, right,
Yeah.
I wouldn't get like
Yes.
the best deals. Therefore, I created one based in North America, and then all the
Yes.
sales that they have, I can access it and play it on my PS. So kind of like create
Exactly, yeah.
another account which is based in US basically.
And
So-
the thing that I was going to mention about hardware there as well, it's a little trick that a lot of people do know about, but many don't. And a lot of people just use it for their supermarket shopping. But it works with this sort of thing. If you add a product to your basket, and every week, if you don't need it for a couple of weeks, or every week or every day, go back to that same website and have a look at it on the browser. All the cookies and things like that they now look at for advertisement, they know your email address. And what you'll find is 2 or 3 weeks later, you'll get an email. Hey, Mr. So-and-so, this item that you've looked at is now 40% off.
Oh.
And
Oh.
they always,
Mm.
this seems to happen very often, and it's money. I forget the guy's name, but he does a lot of reviews on how to save yourself money, and it's one of his big tips. And it's just leave something in your basket, and at some point you will get an email from them saying there's now 20% off this product. And it may not be a lot, but it happens so often, and I found that with a few things that I bought, not necessarily for sort of my consoles and things, but things that we bought for people. We've used that trick.
Household, yeah. Like you just leave it in your cart, but you don't check out. You just leave it on
Yeah.
purpose.
Yeah,
Maybe you come back next week, or when you receive a notification emails that say, "Hey, you still have stuff in your cart." Why not? We gave you a percentage off, and then consider it.
Kind of feels
Something
like
like
those
that,
like
yes.
credit card things.
Yeah, a little bit. It's similar. So, for us console gamers, we for Asia is a little bit different. The scenario here because it's so competitive. We have games trading. Like I usually shop for my PS4 games on Facebook page, and some online shopping apps, namely like for example Carousel or Mudah.com. That's those pre-owned games.
Mhm.
I usually I will take my evaluate my old games or current games that I already finished, and I would like to sell them off. and then I would survey a few forums for the price or the value, the current value of that title, and then I just put it on sale on the Facebook group, on the local community, and then you can imagine I could sell like 3 games. I could get around 350 ringgit to 400 ringgit. That's really good price for me to get like 2 totally new games, which cost like 200 or 200 plus per game. Or else I go to local retailers and ask for trade-in promotions. Sometimes they, whichever game they don't, regardless of any titles, they would give you a 50 ringgit for per game, per title, regardless of any game. But as long as it is not in Chinese or in Japanese, they only accept English games, regardless of any regions. So with that, you can actually get the money, the value, and then get a new game or get a different game or pre-owned games. I believe most of us gamers know our local retailers. Some of them even trade in like a whole bunch, like let's say like 100 pieces of PS3 titles to get a new PS4 console, a new one. So because they would like to upgrade from PS3 to PS4, so they just took all the stocks, PS3 titles or games to trade in for a new console. So that's one way as well. Yep. Anyone would like to add on to this before we move on? The pros and cons or where to shop for your gears.
Actually, before we move on right there, I might as well just share something real quick. If you are a PlayStation 4 owner, go and check out humblebundle.com right now. They are having a 2K PlayStation deal. Quite a couple of games over there, so you can like pay $20 and then you get a bunch of games. Some of them are really, really good games. So go for that. Don't say that we didn't share good stuff with you. We just did.
This is just some tips. Yeah,
just some tips. All right. So yeah, go for it.
Right?
So
one other thing is
Sharky, this is for you.
Yeah. So one other thing that we can do is join groups like Fundever, because like once in a while some guy gonna pop in and says, hey guy, check out this website is giving out some sale. So join in WhatsApp groups or any community groups, and then some people would jump in and give you that kind of information. People look out on that.
Yeah, I think I could say that we are more fortunate in the Southeast Asia region, like especially countries like Malaysia or Singapore. We have like many communities, local communities or Facebook groups that trade games, even consoles, handheld consoles, at a cheaper price, or a game for a game, So not like where Sharky's from, where they only gave you like 10% off, or you have to wait, For people like me who cannot wait longer, we use this kind of tricks, And maybe if we could wait a little, we wait for like festive season, especially our Independence Day is coming. All the local retails will go crazy, and all the PC shops will go crazy as well, with the inventories and marketing ideas and promotion stuff, So that's the time gamers will really spend, the spending power of gamers. Do not underestimate the spending power of gamers. So let's go on. Any question from the chat? Actually,
I don't think there are a lot about things about me becoming a fish.
Oh, okay.
Not important.
Go Magikarp.
Okay, I had a Magikarp.
Carp.
This is more towards the software, because we've talked a lot about hardware and about consoles and about gears. let's go to the software. I think this is more towards the PC streaming and gaming,
Yeah.
not so much for the console. What kind of software you are using, and in which area to improve your stream or your gaming experience? Share with us.
Do you want me to go first, this, or do you?
Yeah.
you
Go
want
ahead.
Sure.
all right. For me, I use OBS. I think as everyone does, OBS is the go-to. But I believe there's XSplit as well, because I personally have checked out XSplit, but I prefer OBS because it's just simpler. But some people say XSplit is better because it's more customizable. I'm not quite sure. But I personally use OBS, and OBS has served me really well. I've been able to make like good stream layouts and all that because of Streamlabs and everything.
Mhm.
So OBS is my go-to. And if for people who are getting into streaming, Fundever is a good place to start, because like I learned a lot from Fundever. Because the only reason why I started streaming is because at first I felt like, streaming is such a hard thing. I see people doing it, and I feel like it's such a difficult thing to do.
Complicated.
Yeah, right. Exactly. So when I actually like found out of Fundever, I actually went through all the adventures and all that, just like learning things. So I went through all this, and I saw like OBS is just so easy to use. It's just like these simple things you set up, and just certain things you have to like set in your like your settings and all that. So I felt it's like really easy because Fundever had all the steps over there. So yeah, I use OBS. And like for other like gaming softwares is if you play mobile games, say like you're playing Mobile Legends or whatever other mobile games you want to play, you can actually use a mobile emulator. I use Nox Player. Personally, I use Nox Player to stream mobile games. I played Lineage as Maurice has actually. I think Maurice is the one that introduced me to Lineage.
Can you like elaborate more? How do you use it? How do you set up?
Oh, Nox or OBS?
Nox.
Oh, Nox is easy.
Nox.
Nox is easy.
Now you're talking my language.
Right, because as I was saying, like Maurice, he introduced Lineage to me. I kept seeing the Lineage ads on YouTube, and but like I never like played it because like
Way too much.
right. But like I saw like it's like one of those like cheap Chinese game. Okay, no offense to the Chinese speaking people, but like but like it's
Just
like
by saying
all these,
it,
like,
I
You
may
already
not be
did.
from China, but god damn it, don't say that to me. You're not gonna get out of this alive.
yeah, but okay. Going past that, okay, Nox is really great. I mean, if you don't have like a strong enough phone to stream straight from, Nox is a very good alternative. I've played Lineage. I've played there's a new game I'm playing now. It's called Durango Wildlands. It's like an unreleased game by Nexon, but it's a really good player. It's basically you just open up the game. It's basically like a tablet. You go to the Google Play Store, you download whatever game you want, and you just launch the game from there. And you go into OBS and you use game capture. Easy peasy. You've got it. You basically can stream any mobile game you want. And I strongly recommend whoever wants to like play like intensive mobile games, and your phone just can't take it, or your phone like drains the battery really fast. I really recommend Nox Player, because Nox Player is a lifesaver if you like playing mobile games and your phone is just not strong enough. So yeah, that's just how I do it. That's my software setup at least. Yeah, on to you, whoever else.
I
PC streaming. Okay.
Fine.
Yeah.
the bunny
So
has appeared. Yay!
instead of OBS, I use XSplit. I used to use OBS, but for some reason, OBS always takes up so much CPU usage, and it disables my webcam. So I had to go with XSplit, and it's really nice. Like the chroma keying is just so superior. Like you don't have to figure out what shade of green am I using. No, it's like XSplit. You just click green. Okay, it knows what to do. And it comes really clearly, the webcam. It shows through really clearly. For Twitch, there's so many bots you can use and so many ways to customize your stream. Currently, I'm using Stream Elements. Everything is set up online. So like you don't have to download a software for it, and it won't take up CPU usage. Because streaming plus gaming plus reading your chat and playing your video all at the same time is going to be really intensive on your CPU. So that's why I'm going for Stream Elements now. I used to use stuff like Streamlabs and Ankbot, but I don't think it's necessary because Streamlabs has everything.
Stream Elements.
Stream Elements.
Yeah.
I'm also a new user for Stream Elements as well.
Cool.
Personally, I use Streamlabs. I like Streamlabs. Like I have Ankbot, but like it's always such a pain to use it for some reason.
Yeah,
it just doesn't work as well
like,
for me.
You have to turn it on, and sometimes there's updates, and sometimes it doesn't update.
I mean, okay, Ankbot it's cool because you can get all those gimmicks like having like you can have like a raid party or whatever. You can have a currency in your stream so that people can like
Stream
like,
Elements
redeem
can
stuff.
also.
I remember that.
In Stream Elements, yeah. Got everything
okay,
in
I'll
Stream
look into
Elements.
that. I'll look
You
into
know,
that.
when I started, I was using Nightbot. I was using
Yeah, sick.
Revlo. I was using the one that's Moobot as well. I had all these bots going on, all to do different things.
Yeah.
And Streamlabs as well was set up. And when Revlo died, that was when everything for me moved across into Stream Elements because they've got this funky import tool. So all of your stuff from Revlo, Streamlabs, you can import overlays into it. It's got absolutely everything in it, like you were saying. You just don't need to worry about any other kind of bot. You've got your song requests, you've got Capagen as well, which people seem to love. Have your face explode in.
You can even make overlays on it.
It's
I
almost,
remember looking into that. Yeah.
Was that powerful?
almost all in one. All in one. They have this overlays as well, overlay designs, and you can customize them or you can go by theme. So it's all you need just to link your Twitch account to Stream Elements and import whatever from your old bots to Stream Elements. I don't mean that this podcast is to promote or sponsored by them.
Hashtag sponsored once more.
But through experience Stream Elements,
Yes.
you should try it out.
And
if you have-
Okay.
I'm also looking into starting using Stream Elements because a few weeks ago I resetted my whole PC, and then I had like two things, which is the Nightbot, and then I had a Phantom bot, I think. So Phantom was quite great, but it's local hosted. I need to, just like Ankbot, I need to turn it on and then leave it open the rest of my streaming time, and I think that kind of like take a bit of a toll on my CPU. So right now I'm looking more of a cloud-based service, which I think Stream Elements will be one of the service that I'll look into.
I learned something from you guys now. I'll be checking out Stream Elements next.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
I'm curious about the video editing, so I think Han would be the right one to share with us because I'm a person that's really have zero clue about video editing. I know that there are fantastic software out there which is also free and it's so easy. You just dump your video, upload, and then you edit. So how do you do that, Han, from your point of view?
Well, first off, I think this is the software thing, right? Because like we were talking about what streaming software that we were using.
Yes.
Oh, another hat. Wow, you have a lot of streaming software. I think whichever that you tried first and then you're comfortable with, then you start using it. So that's just fine. I mean, I see another YouTuber that that edits his videos using Windows Movie Maker. Can you imagine how old is that?
Wow.
And he has a ton more views, of course. But it's because his content is the content is much more important than how you edit. I mean, how you edit it, how good it is. That's just a bonus added thing. Now returning back to what software I use Adobe Premiere Pro CC. And it's a very powerful software. Some might debate that Final Cut Pro is more powerful. Yes, I do agree. But if you have a Mac and you have all that Mac stuff, Mac software, because it's really heavily optimized. So using Adobe Premiere for me, because I use a PC and it does take advantage of my Ryzen CPU. So love using it. And Premiere Pro, it takes takes a while to edit videos because when you edit videos, you are never satisfied. I guess when again, yeah, you're never satisfied. It's like you want to add stuff, and then you ending up adding too much in your stuff. Yeah.
So yeah, that's
Just take him on.
that's why.
He makes so many videos of his
What?
gameplays.
Oh no,
Okay.
for me, okay, I don't really edit my videos. I use Sony Vegas Pro. When
See?
Sony Vegas Pro. Okay, but when I first started off, when I was playing Minecraft back then, like 4 years ago, I had like I said, I had a shitty CPU. So I used Window Movie Maker, right? So Window Movie Maker was my best friend back then. All right. But after I switched to the laptop and everything, I wanted to get a little bit more serious. I got Sony Vegas Pro, and Sony Vegas Pro, it's actually more. It's less like user friendly, but it's really you can really customize you make your video more. I don't know. I haven't really used Adobe Premiere Pro, but I like Sony Vegas, but it really takes some time to learn how to use it.
Okay.
Sorry?
PewDiePie uses it.
Oh yeah. I think.
Oh, the PewDiePie is the benchmark, huh? Okay.
yeah.
Like
He's got the
Adobe
most
Premiere.
subscribers. That's how it works.
I know, but
The most subscribers is a better one.
For Morris and Shaki, do you guys? I mean, Morris is not yet a capture card user, right? For Shaki, do you use capture card?
I don't use a capture card, no, but I do. Obviously, Twitch captures all of your videos anyway, and as long as you're not using copyrighted music, you've got all of your audio there. So actually, you can download your videos and then edit them. I used to import my videos into PlayStation and then edit them with the PlayStation Movie Maker style thing that they've got going on. And then I started trying to do it with the PC instead. Now, you talk about Windows Movie Maker. It's actually deprecated now and not supported. So I can't get hold of it. So I tried to get a hold of Windows Movie Maker and it's no longer there.
Yes.
But a couple of friends pointed me towards something called Resolve.
yeah.
Yes. For Windows 10, I think it says obsolete now. I mean, if they want to use it, but not in Windows 10, but they call it a different name, so it's a different branch now. Yeah. For me, like Couch Gamer, if we want to use, uploading videos, you have to, I guess, physical capture card device where it downloads. It records your gameplay and save as a file, and then for some different brands have different kind of formatting, so you have to convert, or else you just use the software that comes with it, edit it, and then just post it whatever platform you wish. And yep, that's what for the console gamers are doing. So if you have more information about capture card usage, you can PM us or in the Discord chat. Because I am interested in capture card as well, because I only play solely on the PS4, not from the PC. But yeah,
Is that a capture card, Han?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Ava
I'll be
Media.
getting one day.
What brand?
Ava
it's
Media.
the Ava Media, the most expensive one.
It's not the most, is it? I think
Yes, it's
Elgato.
almost
Unaware,
it's
he's unaware, guys.
So
900
modest.
without
Well,
shipping.
sir, for your
Baller,
Ava
too
Media,
baller.
I trumpet with the China-made easy cap
You were triggered when I mentioned China.
248. The model
Oh,
they came up
okay.
with is this is the capture card that just came in finally via mail yesterday. So this is
yeah.
gonna capture my Street gameplays. So Han, you lost to the power of China. China wins. There we go.
Yeah, that's
China #1.
I mean, what Han just showed, that's the one that I was hoping to get. Ava Media plus shipping is about 1,000 ringgit. From
This-
Amazon. But for those of you, or for people like me, currently if we have performing PC and also PS4, you can use a remote play remote
yeah.
play PS4 and then use OBS to capture window capture or game capture, the remote play PS4 and then stream it from there or record it from there. If you don't, if you want to do it without buying or purchasing a capture card, so you can do it that way. But I'm not sure about the latency though. It depends on your internet connection, a lot of factors, your PC as well, and so on.
Yeah.
There is a few tricks with remote play.
Yes.
Interested?
Share the trick.
Share it.
A lot of people, will log into remote play with the same profile that they're playing on their PlayStation. So you're using one PS4 controller, and that's connected to your PlayStation and your PC. So you get this kind of 2-second lag.
Yes.
You also find that you end up with an echo when you talk.
Yes.
There's this whole echo thing that goes on. So the way around that is, and if you've already got your second profile to get your cheap games, then you're set up ready. Actually log on to remote play with your second profile and just leave it as a blank. Just put the controller down on the side and just capture the screen, but continue playing with your controller through your PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
And literally just use it to capture the screen. What you will find is that party chat doesn't come through on your stream.
Yes.
Okay, there's a way to beat that as well. Make a party, invite your second profile to the party,
Oh.
and mute yourself.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
All
the
of a
trick,
sudden, your party chat now broadcasts because your second profile is putting the audio out through the desktop, and you're capturing that.
serves as a dummy, I think, if you put it that way.
Yeah.
Exactly. And so it literally just acts as a capture entirely for your audio and for your play. But actually, you continue playing through your PlayStation as usual.
Oh, sneaky, sir.
If you have extra money, you can buy.
If it works, hey, why not?
Yeah, if you have extra money, you can buy like what Han just displayed just now. That device, actually, you just plug in and switch it to party chat. It will record and stream as well live with the party chat.
Yeah.
So,
But if you support China, right here.
okay.
I just want to add something. I just want to add something from the chat here. He said, El Ketchup said, can't beat a physical capture card. That is to be. I would like to disagree on that because I did a review on this and I thought that this would alleviate the stress on my i5 6600, but it didn't. It just serves if you have that PC, like I said before, if you have that just one PC, it's not going to relieve the stress on the system, and your gaming won't be improved, your stream won't be improved. The point of this is to capture whatever is going through this audio, this video port right here, which goes back to Morris. It works. You don't have to buy this expensive one unless you want the best of the best from your PlayStation, your console gaming, and then you're using your PC to encode that and stream your gameplay on that, and you could get this. But like he just said just now, PS4 remote play works just fine. You just have to tweak it a little bit and just change it a little bit.
With one thing with remote play is you have to be aware that it only works on Windows 8.2 or Windows 10. So if you're on Windows 7, and this goes back to talking about if you're on a budget and your budget doesn't allow you to go Windows 10, here's a small tip. If perhaps you happen to use assistive technology, i.e. maybe you need to use the magnifying glass on your Windows 7, there is the capability to upgrade your Windows 7 to Windows 10 because of that for free. Microsoft support that as a route to upgrade. So if you happen to need to use the assistive technology, then you could upgrade for free. And then you would still be able to use all of the great features that Windows 10 does actually supply.
Yeah.
Just a small hint if you use assistive technology.
Everybody should use Windows 10 now, I think.
Yes.
Yeah,
but there is
absolutely.
something. There is something. I have a Logitech C370. I think it's a quite old webcam right there. Windows 10, the anniversary update, just completely removes the H.264 compression thingy, so you can't really use the camera at all. I need to get C900 series and above to use that. I think I have a I forgot which one, but that one is slightly previous than the C900. That works as well, but that C370 just doesn't work at all anymore with Windows 10. They said they're gonna come up with a fix, but who knows? Windows, you know,
Okay. So
probably
yeah.
just gonna come up with another version of Windows entirely.
You could
So-
still use your camera though, if
Really?
you were to create a virtual machine and
Oh.
put Windows 7 on it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Just saying.
Actually, this question is just to counter some of the console games title that is blocked from streaming. For example, like Persona 5. Most or not all the JRPGs game titles, they are not allowed to stream directly from the console itself. So you have to sort like bypass or go through with capture card or PS4 remote play. But I'm not sure if PS4 remote plays applies to all the title. But yeah, if you have a capture card, definitely it would help in your stream to stream all those block content. So that's the point, for some gamers, for some of you gamers out there who want to stream titles,
Again, remote play removes that worry.
Yes.
Yeah, entirely. But it's worth saying a couple of people have done. Did you just say Persona as one of them?
Persona, yes, Persona 5.
That
the
actually
con-
had a blanket. Yeah.
the content was blocked after the opening scene.
There were people that were suspended for
Yes.
a week or two because they were using things like remote play. So although it removes the block, be aware of what you are streaming,
Yes.
because the
yeah,
software
of course.
you use.
So make sure you research and done everything that you should read up if you want to use a capture card. Because and there are all kinds of capture card. There are the ones that only records. There are the ones that can do both recordings and live streaming, and also the compare the qualities as well. The time is almost up actually, so we want to ask a last question. Actually, if there's question on the chat, we can go for it. Is there any question from the chat?
The real GMO asked what game is blocked.
Most JRPGs game. If you're asking about PS4, for other titles from other platforms, I'm not sure about that. But yeah.
But why?
Sorry.
But there are always ways to go around it. That's what the
Yes.
internet is all about, a treasure trove of information, no
Yeah.
matter how. Despite disregarding the legal and non-legal sources.
And-
Wink,
But
wink.
why block it,
Illegal.
though?
Oh baby.
And all the weird games like those what do you call that,
What's the
tactics
best one?
games, tactic games, for example,
Weird
Valkyrie
games?
a lot of cold, what I call them is cold titles. Those
Quick Chronicle. Yeah.
yes, those games that has less players, they are prone to be blocked. If you want to intend to stream them, so it's better to do some research, go online and see if anyone done the streaming of the title. If not, then you have to figure out with OBS, remote play PS4 or capture card if you want to stream. If not, like me, I play Persona 5 alone and sad.
Oh, come on.
That's a fantastic game, amazing, but I cannot stream it, so I'm so frustrated.
Aw.
Wait, if it's not
Aw.
streamed,
Okay.
can
I
it
mean,
still be uploaded on YouTube? In Persona 5?
Is it
It
family
might be
friendly?
blocked. There will be. I think the.
Well, it won't
you'll
be
get-
blocked per se. It'll just
you'll
be
get
like
a notification and
demonetized.
the music might be blocked. I think.
Could
Oh.
Third party.
Yeah, the
you
music
did.
might be blocked. Because especially in Malaysia, the policies sucks. You know.
yeah, it's a bit finicky and all that stuff. Welcome to the internet, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
It's a very sad thing and all.
Asia. Southeast Asia.
All right.
Terrible.
Guys. So any last? Add-in or add-ons?
I
before
do,
we-
Sensei. Sensei, me.
Senpai, please.
Okay. Hey, kids out there, listen up.
Logitech.
That's right. That's right. You, kids, listen up. Bit rate is very, very important. You have no idea. Okay, putting a 5,000 bit rate on your output stream isn't gonna make your stream look any more easier because, for instance, Twitch has a limit of 3,500. So setting it more than that is just gonna waste your bandwidth and just gonna put more strain on your machine. Then again, when you further stream it onto Twitch itself, Twitch further compresses it even more. So actually going with perhaps as low as 2,500 for your for your bitrate out isn't as bad as you think it is. But at the same time, you might want to consider the resolution that you are putting as well as the frame rate as well. So that's just something that I've learned the hard way. Took me a couple of weeks just to try to figure out how to make my streams look as smooth as possible. So if you don't have this, Hans amazing Aver Media. Hans, can you show that again? Like wave it around. There we go. If you don't have Hans Aver Media, right? Or if you don't want to support China, #support China, you always consider what you already have in a CPU. That is your graphics card, right? Just explore and play with the options. Okay, you can put that down now, Hans. Stop
No,
it.
Illuminati confirmed. Illuminati confirmed.
Show that when you give us
Recruit me.
all a copy of each. Come on. But if you, I do think that ultimately you still need to consider your viewers' ease of viewing. Like they have to view it as comfortable as possible. You don't want it to be jerky and all that stuff. So sometimes you just have to sacrifice a bit. Maybe even consider, I know, sacrilegious to a lot of streamers, possibly playing a game in Windows mode.
Windows
And
mode.
possibly just bumping down your graphics all down to the minimum because
Yeah.
to me, I think I can also speak speak for a lot of streamers out there is ultimately the graphics does not trump over smoothness.
That's
So sometimes just go with like not so like almost like bare minimum graphical quality, but strive for the smoothest stream that you could possibly get. And that is way more enjoyable than watching a choppy stream where your CPU is just struggling to keep up with the processing. So explore that, play around with that, kids, because I've been there. And yeah. Oh, and if in case you guys want to do mobile gaming as well on your on your PC, please ensure that your computer has virtualization on it. If it does not have virtualization on it, good luck. Yours will lag horribly with an Android emulator. So make sure virtualization is on, and then also again play around with the settings, graphics, and all that stuff to ensure that your Android mobile game is running as smooth as possible. Because running an Android emulator, surprising enough, is a lot more strenuous than playing a PC game. So once again, I've been there. So there we go. Yay!
Can I just touch on what you said about window mode? A lot of people don't like to play in window mode, but actually,
Of course.
10 minutes. Thing is, 10 minutes into playing your game, do you really notice the graphics? You get involved in the game, but there's a lot of games have taken out the ability to easily switch to window mode. Alt Enter doesn't seem to work anymore for some games, but there is a little trick that some people can do to force window mode. What you can do is create a shortcut to your desktop, and in that shortcut, at the end of the target, I think it's something like -window or -W.
Yes.
And what that does is forces the game to start in window mode, so it'll open a window, and that stops you having to look for the option to do it. It stops you having to worry about how to get it in window, and it's just a quick little tip that barely anyone knows about, unless they've looked into trying to get window mode for a game that doesn't work in Windows. Just a quick thing there, guys. Power of Google, exactly.
Thank you for the tips. It's really interesting. And as usual, I'll wrap things up with a final question for the podcast guests to share with the viewers before we end the podcast. What is your advice for gamers out there, or to our viewers who are looking to start a stream, or to start gaming, get interest in gaming, be it on a console or PC? Go.
I do believe that the first thing that you need to bring to the table is sincerity and personality, because ultimately streaming is ultimately a gameplay session that you are interacting with the viewers, and naturally they don't just want to see you game, but they also want to know about you as well. So unfortunately for those,
the height measurement at the back, they want to know that.
Oh, for Sharky.
No, Sharky.
What's that? I missed that.
They saw your height chart.
Yeah, precisely.
Yeah.
Like those little things really just connects with the viewers, just like Sharky earlier on said at the start of the stream. Like if such information is not too private and is willing to share, then people are willing to appreciate that more. We have a full-grown Mickey Mouse, ladies and gentlemen. Disney, start calling us. He lives in UK.
So
give the man a sponsorship.
I think the best streamers are the ones who actually get involved with the viewers, talk to them, and give them themselves.
That's right.
And okay, as for setup, just start with whatever you have now. It's better now than later, because you'll only gain experience the moment that you start. Equipment is not the primary focus when you start. Just make the decision to do it, and doing it is the most important thing. Upgrading your equipment comes later, throughout your streaming career in stages. Watch lots of tips. Watch how other streamers do it, like on YouTube or on Twitch. Make friends with the ones that you like, and networking can get you to many places.
That's true. Networking is important. That's true. But okay,
networking is massive.
But Spectrum Master asks, how to talk with viewers if you don't have viewers?
Pardon? Sorry? Can you say that again?
How to talk to viewers if you don't have viewers? I can personally answer that.
Yeah.
I talk to myself.
Yeah.
I think ultimately, a lot of the content creators, especially like YouTubers, you tend to talk to yourself a lot. You talk to your screen a lot.
That's true.
That's true. The time you're talking to yourself. You're playing a game, you're talking to yourself. Even if you're streaming and there's no viewers, just talk to yourself. I think a tip to like small streamers, like I also like experience this myself as well. If you don't have any viewers, like you have 0 viewers, no one's watching you, just talk about the game. There's like, who knows, like if a big wave of people just come and watch your stream. At least at that time, you're talking as if you have viewers.
That's true.
Right? It's like the illusion you have viewers.
When you say talk about the game, do you ever talk? I do this. I talk to the game. Recently, I've been playing Uncharted, and I have fallen out with Nathan Drake so many times because he rolls off a cliff, and I shout at him. No, Nathan, stop it.
That's right. Do it. That Nathan was a jerk. He left you for a woman. How dare he?
This is it.
So, yeah,
that's the point, Sharky. That's the point.
Engage with the game. Engage with what you think. And another thing that I've recently started doing is talking about my day. Dinner, I had some pizza, and I did not like my cheese. Whatever. You let people know about what you've been up to, and
Yes.
someone might go, "I had pizza as well." Boom, we're on a chat. Let's go.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know,
All the
surprisingly-
important questions are coming in now.
Yeah. Now when we're about
Just
to
about to wrap up. Like,
yeah.
oh man, okay. I think we take this last question. I mean, this is a very good question. If you play with your friends, how do you balance between talking with your viewers, yourself, and your friends?
friends?
Your viewers
Okay,
are
who's
your
gonna-
friends, and you are the viewer. So
I
it's
think this is
so everyone's all
Some
crazy, and this is just a psychological. Doctor, I was talking
is
to
a
myself.
simulation.
Yes, you were.
In the matrix.
But yeah, I think if you're like playing with friends and you're over like Discord with your friends and you want to talk to your viewers, I mean, your friends also have to kind of understand that you're a streamer, and sometimes you would randomly talk to no one, you know. Like sometimes you say, "Oh, hey guy, you're in my stream," and then they'll be like, "Oh yeah, he's a streamer," so we kind of like understand why he's talking to no one.
What I love to do is get the people I'm playing with to talk to them as well. So it's like
Say hi,
everyone's
say
involved.
hi to the viewers.
one other thing that you can do is let's say if you use Discord, right, to talk, and then there's this overlay in game, and then you don't want to distract your teammate while in a delicate gaming session. So you can mute the Discord within your friends. So just talk with your chat, and then when you're ready to go into to talk with your friends again, then you just unmute it. I think that's
I think
one
it's
of
push to
very-
talk, right? Isn't push to talk like the better
yeah,
way?
you can use that also.
Yeah.
But I feel like if I
So-
do push to talk, sometimes I forget to push the actual button, and like, I'll be talking to myself, and like
Push
and like people always like
Yeah.
wondering why is this guy not talking.
I'll go back to my beloved microphone here. This has got
Rabbit has a
this is, it's got a mute button on it. You
It's
see,
gotta be promoted.
Yes.
and I've also got this other microphone that I sort of wrangled around earlier. So for me, if I'm talking to people on a friends list or Discord or party chat, I use this microphone, and that's how I mute. I don't have to worry about push to talk because I don't wear these ginormous, silly sort of earmuffs that everyone's wearing.
Oh,
have
Okay.
one ear.
Hey.
So I've got one ear for
That's
this
on.
one, and one ear for my other audio. So actually, it's quite easy for me to go mute.
Sharky,
mute.
you're my friend. That's it.
You
There we
know?
go. There we
So
go.
double
You're my
it.
friend.
Done.
But
You
I
know?
would say also earphones are just really like they're more comfortable in a way. You don't have like big things weighing your head down. I mean, I'm using earphones now, so right, like earphones are actually quite comfortable. So I'm an advocate for earphones as well.
Right. So we don't need those headphones anymore.
How do we know?
All we
God.
need is just capture cards. There we go. Made in China. Oh my god.
Okay.
Right.
Let us wrap this up because
Yes.
if not we'll go on endlessly.
Forever.
But the interesting questions
Yeah.
though, it just started coming in.
Aw.
Yes, nick of time.
You guys just came in too late.
Oh.
Wait, hang on.
Okay, give up.
What is this question? How would you react to an unskippable cutscene? Suddenly a stripper
Oh,
comes
no.
out. What?
We can have the whole
Think
debate
Gigi-
about this.
Just play it.
Just watch it.
Okay.
Just accept
Maybe
it. Just let it
That's
happen.
your excuse.
I-
To watch it.
I'm just gonna
Have to
skip
decide.
that question.
It's part of the
Yeah,
story.
Okay, actually, we gotta wrap things up because
Absolutely.
it is time's up now.
Yeah.
But last thing that I want to add on is for the newcomers and also new gamers. Don't be afraid to start.
Mhm.
Dream big. Don't be afraid. If you have a big dream, go on. But remember to go with actions as well. Just
Yep.
start.
Think realistically.
If you want advice, suggestions, listen to our podcast more. Go
Talk
on
to us.
YouTube, talk to
Plug.
us.
Come to our
Uh,
streams.
Join
Yeah, come
communities.
Watch us.
Yes, subscribe
Slide
and
into
follow
my
them.
DM.
Also creepy.
So
share, like, all that good stuff.
that's why I've been educating and also telling all the gamers out there, keep your dreams alive and most importantly keep dreaming. Keep gaming.
Keep dreaming.
So keep dreaming big and keep gaming.
Oh god.
That's
So
I can't dream if I'm gaming. There's no time for both.
No,
Do it
gaming
separately.
is a dream.
Don't let your
Yeah.
dreams be
So-
dreams. Just
Dun, dun, dun.
do it.
I would like to say
We
a
are
big,
dreaming
big,
right
big
now.
Just
chunky
do it.
thank you
Just
Do
do
it.
it.
each and every one of you.
Alright.
Don't let your dreams be
Maurice,
dreams.
Kairos,
Just do it.
Lizara, Shaki77, Kekemon, Groove, and also Era of the Geeks, Han. Thank you for choosing and spending the time with us, and all the viewers that have stopped by to say hi, to stay from the beginning to the end. Thank you. Appreciate all your
Alright,
support.
to chat, just so you guys chat knows, I actually put on 11 different hats. Actually 12. I put 12 different things on my head this stream.
12, wow.
Yeah,
So
we
and there-
apologize
well-
for the earlier technical hiccups, but we will strive to improve more the next stream. But stay tuned with us. If you're in our Fun Devil Discord channel, keep chatting with us there. I do this on a monthly basis. So just to let you know, the next topic would be an awareness topic, because this time we are doing the knowledge based. So but I might be doing the part 2 for the gaming and streaming setup, because this is so much to talk about. We can talk about this all day. But yeah, stay tuned for part 2 and also for the other awareness topics as well. So thanks to you guys. Before I forget, we want to thank you, Lizara, for designing and creating the podcast posters for us for the announcement to post on our social media. And for all of you, if you have friends that couldn't make it tonight, go to the Fun Devil channel again later or tomorrow. The archive video is there. You can watch it, and the link will be released after 24 hours to post on your social medias. So yeah, that's all from now. For now, from Gamers ABC. So everybody say bye and good night.
Bye.
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 See you guys.
Bye bye.
Bye. Oh my god.
Oh my god.